How's it going, YouTube? Dan the Plastic Man here. I hope you guys are doing well. It's that time, guys. You can tell by the title. Here it is. I just got finished putting this monster together. Sazabi Ver Ka. Oh man, where to begin? Where to begin with this beast? I absolutely love all the color separation. Katoki did a great job on the redesign and the refinement of the design. I really like the real grade color separation that we've got going on here. And this was by far and above the most intense master grade Ver Ka kit that I've ever built. Victory 2 was the most annoying. This was the most intense. So I guess, as per my usual, we'll take a look at the articulation, and then we'll move on to accessories, gimmicks, and I've even got a nice little size comparison here for you guys. So, the head will tip up and down. You can not get a full Exorcist 360 out of it, and because of the light piping system, you can't really get a funky chicken, so head mobility is fairly limited. Shoulders will rotate 360 degrees. The arms themselves, uh-oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Come on, stay in there. The arms themselves rotate 360 below the shoulder. You get a very, what's going on here? Hang on a second, guys. Oh, that's what's going on. Shoulder armor came just a little bit loose. But you get a great, and I mean great, bend out of the elbow. The arm itself will pull out, like so, to aid in better posing. Now, I don't know why. It's because I'm doing this review for you guys, but the shoulder armor has decided to be difficult. So, that is the arm and the arm articulation, my bad. And you saw that the hand liked to pop out, but it's still just your standard ball joint. There are two joints here in the upper torso. There's one here underneath the spray cannon, and then there's another one right here on top of it. So you get a decent torso range of motion. Can we go a full backbreaker 360? No, we can't. And there goes an external propellant tank. Come on. Get in there and stay in there. I had the same kind of issue with the Sinanju Stein, with the propellant tanks wanting to constantly pop out. Okay. And then there is extra articulation with this extra shoulder liner, I guess I want to call it. So for skirting, the front skirts, let me adjust my camera down just a little bit and push the suit back. Front skirts love to pop off. But they'll come up this far. Side skirts can move that far out. Now the back skirt itself, the amount of articulation in this thing is scary with how much you can pull it up and get it out of the way. So there's that, showing you guys that. The legs, the hips themselves will swing forward and back. You can actually see that's not this joint moving, it's actually the variable hips. The legs themselves, though, will come forward about that far, depending on where the hips themselves are locked into place. Now, the knee bend is actually very respectable for such a bulky suit like this. I mean, this thing is big, it's mean, it's a bruiser. It's pretty much my favorite villain suit out of all of them, even though he sure is one of those very difficult characters, depending on what series you watch him in. He's always kind of got the more the anti-hero bit going on to him. Unless, of course, he truly is trying to drop something on the earth. So, here's the foot articulation. Nice little rock side to side at the ankle. No real front to back. Decent up and down. And then the front toes themselves have a really good up and down. This part, though, just down like that. And then the legs, as far as the splits, that's about what you get. So, that's it for articulation. Let's take a look at the accessories. And we'll start, excuse me guys, some of these panels don't want to line up and I'm not doing the transformation yet. That's definitely for part 2. Let's take a look. Let me tip the camera up here. I left this specific funnel for showing you guys what is involved with working with this thing. So, get a little space open here with the fins. Push, and that'll lock the fins into place, and it'll make the cannon, or the beam emitter, extend. And I'm going to say that while I was building this suit, this was my absolute most hated part of this entire kit, because they do not mess around with how this is supposed to go together. You really have to follow the instructions, which I do, but at the same time, everything is just very tight, very... You've got to be really good on your nub cleaning. Let's put it that way. 1 second. Well, that's not... It's actually fighting me because of how tight the tolerances are as far as going back into folded up mode, which I was afraid of, but what can you do? So, next accessory, shield. Love this shield. The only thing I wish Bandai had done just a little bit differently, and I'm pretty sure every reviewer has said it as well, this spot and this spot here should be gray, but they left it red. So, what does the shield look like on the opposite side? Just like this. 3 missiles. Here's the axe. That can be separated and turned and varied depending on what mood you're in. Shield itself should just plug onto the back of the arm here. There we go. And doesn't seem to be trying to pull him over. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that off just because. Now, focusing on the axes. They can be separated like so. And then with this particular joint right here in the center, you can actually turn them around into a naginata. And we've got, of course, it uses the same beam effect part kit as the Sazabi Ver Ka, so same color, same effect pieces, and with the Big Mac Daddies of the beam blades for the axes. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. 1/2 is as tall as the Sazabi itself, so borderline ridiculous. And of course the axes themselves can be separated to be dual wielded, but me, I'm absolutely going to be leaving mine together as the axe, because to me that has the best punching power out of any of the melee weapons that Sazabi comes with. Now give me 1 second guys, I'm running out of time on this one, so I'm gonna let this drop and then I'm gonna come right back. And I'm back guys. So as I was talking about here with the axe, if he's holding it the way I'm gonna have it displayed, take one of the actual beam saber blades themselves, get that nice and snug down here in the center because they do give you that option, and then take the standard axe fan blade attachments, get them locked in, and there you go. Big, mean saber. So that's it for that accessory. Now on to something, well, let's take a look at the sabers themselves since I mentioned them. The sabers are hidden right here in the wrists. Best way to get them out is going to be using the saber blade itself. Come on. There we go. And then they just pull right out their standard red beam sabers. 3 pieces apiece, counting the main body, the emitter, and then the attachment to get it in the hand. Now these are the first generation 3.1 hands, so they can be a little finicky to work with. I'm not really going to flirt with that kind of disaster right now. And then on to handheld. So let's start with the long rifle. This is an interesting looking weapon. It's, let's see, extend, come on, extend, thank you. It comes up to just about Sazabi's faceplate, so it's pretty good sized. You've got a little piece of articulation here on the sight, and of course with the stock like I just showed. And then there's one piece of articulation here. Now what goes in here is you actually clamp in the Sinanju Stein's bazooka here to make a really nasty little combination with. Excuse me. And then the weapon that I know the Sazabi for, this beam shot rifle as they call it. Looks like a shotgun, fires a stronger beam than a beam rifle, so that's why they call it the shot rifle, because it spreads a little bit like a shotgun. So we've got a little trigger movement there, and then even though it's not supposed to be, it's kind of a pump action here. So that takes care of the accessories. Now there's something really cool that Bandai did with this and with the new Gundam, and looking at the Sazabi on the screen of my camera, it shows up so much better than actually in real life, believe it or not. And I'm going to use one of the saber effect parts to point it out. The stickers, the optional stickers that go right here, right there, and then right down here on the sides of the feet, right there. Those are the stickers that they included, and I actually had an easy time of putting them on. I'm also not going to be showing off the LED gimmick because I cannot find any of my LEDs right now, but suffice it to say that you just pop the neck back out and it slides in nice and easy. So, who's ready to see this thing in beast mode? First and foremost, lift up just a little bit, push down on the chest. Let's expose some psycho frame. Okay, come on. I've actually got the manual here beside me in case I need it, which I more than likely am going to, since this is the first time I've actually transformed this, and you guys are getting to watch me do it right here, right now. So, pull out, tip over, pull out, tip over. Never mind the fact that the hand dropped out, but they are just storing thrusters wherever they can. Can you see, guys? There's 2 hidden in the forearm. And there goes the side skirt. Sazabi, you're really starting to annoy me. I love building you, but couldn't you just behave a little bit more for the camera? Okay, get the hand back in the wrist. I don't know why it's fighting me so much. It's trying to come apart on me now. There we go. Stay. And the shoulder armor has come loose yet again. So. Okay, it's gonna be one of those. Reviews, huh? If you hear something, it's me grabbing the manual, because... Okay, so I'm just supposed to tip up with that, and then pull out. Oh, crap, you did not just do that! When I was putting this together, it was fighting me something horrible. This is why this is the only time I'm going to transform this thing. To me, the Sazabi looks so much better actually closed up. I think it's cool that Bandai did what they did with this, but at the same time... Okay, it seems to be behaving just a bit more now. So let's open up the front skirts. Okay, so these pull down. Yep, just like that. Now the biggest part of the transformation is back here, where you pull down. Oh man, I can't believe that happened. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, here it comes. Pulled itself out a little bit from the joint that you can lock it into. So come on down. Okay, if you're gonna play like that. There. Down, open, back up. Okay, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. And now, oh, I missed one forearm. Here we go. And now for the legs. Trying to make him taller. Okay, let me tip the camera down and knock it over yet again. Alright guys, I'm sorry. It tipped over, so I reset my stand and we're just about done. So for the legs, pull down, open up. There's a thruster hidden in there, push back. I brought the the thighs as far forward as they could go so we could get a little more room here. But I think it's starting to backfire on me because he's turning unbelievably back heavy. So that's the opening on the front of the legs. Sides, just disconnect, open up. Uh-oh. No, don't do that. Okay, just stay there, stay there. And I'm actually running out of time. Like, literally running out of time, guys. So... there we go. And I'm not going to bother with the funnel packs because they are annoying to me. So, let me tip my camera back up. Whoa, not zooming in, not zooming in. Sorry guys, this is... this has definitely been my most animated review, that's for sure. So, as tall as he can be, as bulked out as he can be, here is Sazabi Ver Ka. Now, I said I had a size comparison for you, so I'll get that out of the way real quick. Here is my other biggest Ver Ka, until I built this guy, Sinanju Stein. Now, Sinanju Stein's no shrimp, but Sazabi just has him beat. So that's it for the review, guys. I thank you very much for watching this. I thank you for sticking with me. Do I recommend this kit? Not for a beginner, but if you're a fan of the Sazabi and if you want the best one that there is out there, this is the way to go. I will tell you that straight up, honestly. There is no Sazabi other than this kit. So, thank you guys for sticking with me. Doesn't look like we're going to hit our 500 subscriber goal by the time we hit July 4th, so I'm going to go ahead and extend that deadline out until Halloween. 500 by Halloween. Can you guys help me get there, please? I'm pretty sure we can do it. I've not decided, though, if I'm going to take away the special extra treat I was going to toss in if we'd hit 500 by the 4th of July. So, I'm going to think on that, but thank you guys so much for sticking with me for this. And take care of yourselves. I will see you at the next review. Bye-bye.